Hello, now I am going to tell you few easy steps to work with Ruby and Rails and develop some incredibly awesome web pages. First of all, we need to make a folder, and for that we need to write Rails new the folder name, and here I am writing your project as a folder. Now a folder will be created soon. As you can see, it has been created now. When this folder is created in the home, you can see here we have your project as a folder, and we have few folders and files inside this which will control all the database stuffs and all. Now we are changing the directory to that folder we have created. So we write cd your project. Now we can see our directory has been changed. Now let us create a controller Ruby file, and for that we need to write Rails generate. Instead of writing generate, we can write G also, and then controller, and the file name we need to write. So let us write file name only. Okay. Now our file name.rb, a Ruby file will be created in our controllers folder, that is in app. It is going to take few seconds. Now here you can see file name controller.rb Ruby file has been created, and we have also few css and scss files created into the app assets and style sheets. Now you can see where these files are created. So here we have app. Inside this we have controllers, and inside this you can see file name controllers.rb has been created. Yeah, so it got opened, and here we have class file name controller, and it is extending to application controller. You can see there is also application controller.rb. Now by default I am writing def index. Index is one of those 7 actions that are given in the Ruby and Rails. Now we are coming to application controller.rb. Here this is extending to the base class of application controller. Now in our your project folder we have app, and in this we have to come in views, and in file name we have to create a file. The name of the file will be the one on which we are referring the actions, that is index.html.erb. ERB is embedded Ruby, and we are writing the extension as HTML and ERB due to the reason because we have to edit in future we have to edit our files in HTML and ERB. So let us edit this in HTML. Write a heading Ruby on Rails. Okay, so we have a heading Ruby on Rails, and then let us write a paragraph. For that we need to write p. Okay, and here we'll write here we are learning how to start using Ruby on Rails for web development. Okay, now let us save this. Now we have to go to that folder, your project. Here we have to come to config, and here we have to create roots. For that we have to go there. Now you can see the example in line number 18, that is in line number 19, that is resource. Okay, and then we need to write our semicolon our file name, the file name that we have created. Here we have the file name, and now we have to save this. Now we need to create a server we need to create a Ruby server, Rails server actually. So for this we need to write Rails server. Well, instead of writing server we can write S. So it is going to take few seconds to make a server on Rails, few seconds. So if we want to shut down our server, then we need to press Ctrl+C. Now you can see a Fabric server has been created with port 3000. So now we can open our default browser or any browser to access the file what we have created. Now we have to go to localhost semicolon the port. So here we have port as 3000. So you have to go there, localhost semicolon 3000. Now you can see we are welcomed through Rails. Now to get to know more about our files, you have to click here about your applications environment. Now these are the details of our application that we have created few minutes before. Now to access we have to go to /filename. Oh, we are having some error here. No problem, we'll be solving it as soon as possible. Wait, let me come up with that solution. Okay. Let's check what we have done in our Ruby files. If there must be some sort of logical error, syntax error. So here everything is right. In making routes you can see we have to write S, as in the 19th line you can see we have to write S resources. So that was a mistake. Now we will have to close our server and then write the server again. So here you can see again a Fabric server has been created with port 3000. Now we can access this with our default browser. So you can see we have the same thing. Now for accessing our file we need to write localhost 3000 /filename. So I hope this time there should not be any kind of error. And yes, there is not an error at all. Okay, now we are done with our project. So we get to know how to work with Ruby on Rails. Thank you.